All right, let's do this, guys. So we are going to create our custom object for the QR codes. This would be pretty simple. So let's go to the object manager, and I'm going to create a new custom object, and let's name this QR codes, or let's name this IQR. Okay, so IQR, let's name it capitalize. Same thing, IQR. Description, the QR code that will be scanned. Okay, let's just do that. So the record name, QR name, and I want this to be automated ID. Okay, auto number. So I'm gonna say IQR dash 1 2 3 4 5 6. Well, it's going to be a lot. Let's just do like so, because it can be millions of records, right? So we don't want to be having a trailing so many zeros. I'm going to start with 1 and then 2 3 4 5 6, so it's going to be simple. Okay, starting with number 1, and we want to report for this for sure, because we want to be harnessing the power of reporting for our business model. Allow activities, sure. Track field history, sure. Allow sharing bulk API access, allow streaming API access. I'm going to keep it like that. Allow search, no, that we don't need it to be searchable. And that's it. So I'm going to save this and launch a new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object to play around with, so we can manually create and test our QR codes. Okay, so I'm going to save this. And tab style, I'm going to choose one. I don't think they have a QR code here. Do they? No, they don't have QR codes. Icon, let's, just choose anything like a square. Gonna choose that for now and go next. Custom tab, default on. This is for development purposes. I'm gonna keep it on. Include tab for everybody. Let's do that for now. Okay, we're not going to talk about security or admin stuff. We are still on the development phase, so we're going to develop our platform first. Then we are going to tidy up about security, access, and things like that. Okay, so we have the IQR object created. All right, why IQR? Because that's the name of the brand. I have my brand IQR.to, which I bought the domain name. So this is the brand of the business, IQR. So all the scanning will go to IQR.to / something, and then it'll display the page. We'll get into that later on. Okay. So if you want, why do you start with IQR and not just QR? So that's the brand of the platform we are creating. All right, so go to fields and relationships. Now, each QR code will belong to an account. Okay, so in order to create new QR codes, it needs to belong to an account. So whose account is this QR code for? So therefore, I'm going to make a new lookup field, which is master detail relationship. Okay, so let me think. Master detail relationship, that would be better. So next, related to account. Okay, so this would be the master. Next. Field label is account, like who this QR code belongs to, right? Child relationship name IQR. So I'm gonna hit next and next. And so on the account layout, it will have this is at reference field to page layout. So the field name would be account. It will be on the IQR layout. Okay, and next. Related label list on the account level, it's going to be saying IQR. I'm going to show you how it works later. Let's hit save for now. So I'm going to pop up a new tab. Let's pop up a new tab here to show you how this will link. So if I go to the account, if I go here, the sandwich, and then I'm going to go to account. Okay. So I'm going to make a new account for myself. So account name, Jimmy Tanzil. And I'm going to leave everything blank. I'm just going to name the account Jimmy Tanzil. Okay. So let's see what happens. If I hit save here. So now my account Jimmy Tanzil is created. So I want to, it has 0 IQR, right? So now we want to create a new IQR, right? Account is Jimmy Tanzil. You know, before we create those, we will add other fields first. Okay, so it'll make more sense. All right, so let's go back to the object manager for the IQR. I'm going to add more fields. We've added the master detail field, which is account is the master. This is the detail. Next, I want to add the greeting text. Okay, let's add a greeting text. A greeting text would be just a text field. So text area up to 255 characters. Okay, and next, greeting text for the QR code. And next, it's all visible. Let's make it all visible. Everybody can see this. Next. And save. And new. So we have the greeting text. We have the account. And now I want to create the type. The type would be a pick list. So the pick list. Okay. What kind of interface would the QR display when it is scanned? So I'm going to call this field response type. Okay, enter values. It can be a chat session, chat. It can be buttons. Okay, buttons. It can be contact form. It can be call forward. It can be delivery tracker. This is what I have in mind right now. We can keep adding those. So delivery tracker, call forward, contact form, chat, buttons. Let's just start with this. All right. Now, let's keep it that way. The order, I don't want to display values alphabetically. I want it to display like that. Chat would be the most. And then buttons, contact form, call forward, delivery tracker for now. Okay, yeah. This defines what kind of interface will be displayed when the QR code is scanned. Okay, period. I'm gonna copy that, make it as a help text as well. Required, yes, for sure it is required because we want to know what the type is. Okay, so next and save. So we have account, we have the greeting text, we have the response type, what it will look like. Okay, so let's try it first. So I can show you what kind of information flow when a QR code is being scanned. So now, say somebody sign up for an IQR account, which is me on this example. I signed up for an account. Now I want to start creating my first QR code. Oh, we missed something. We need a label, okay? The label, because it doesn't have that in my notes. I forgot the label. Yeah, let's create a label. Let's create a label, which is just a text there. The label for the QR code, okay, or the name. Let's make it a label, okay? Label, 255 character. The label for managing the QR code. Okay, it is required. It has to have a label. So next, and save. Alright, so we have account, we have the name of it, which is an auto number. You don't have to even fill it. What's the label? The response type and the greeting text. Now it will make more sense, okay? Now, I'm going to create my first QR. So I go to account and I'm going to create, this is for developing purposes, okay? People who are using our platform will use our website to sign up, which will be a mobile responsive as well. They go to our website and they sign up for an account. It will create an account in Salesforce like so, and then they can start adding QR code and manage their QR code, order the labels or the t-shirts or the whatever they want to order, and it'll be like that. So they will be interacting through the website or the mobile app, which we will create as well for iOS and Android. Okay, so this is for developing purposes. Customers will not be using this interface. We will be using it for internal development and also reporting later on. Okay, because we want to know how many people scanned a particular type of QR, how active these type of QR codes, right? What kind of interactive sessions people are having, and so on and so forth. So we can recommend to our customers, this is the most popular and how to use it, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, let's create our first QR code for my account example here. New. So the account would be, I need to refresh the page, okay? Because whenever you create that, you have to refresh the page, because we want to have the new fields to be displayed. New. There we have it. So, and we can also manage this layout. I want label to be the top first. We can do that later. So label would be front door, my house front door, for example. Response type would be button, maybe, or chat. Let's do chat. Okay, greeting text, hello, you're in my front door, I am at home right now, or I am not at home right now, please. Or what do you want to say? hello, you're in my front door. So this will be the text displayed when the QR is scanned. Okay, and this chat will go to me personally if you need to reach me. Thank you, something like that. Okay, so if somebody scan it, they will go to an IQR web page, and that page will display my greeting text, and the label would say this is the front door and the chat. Okay, and this will alert me on my phone saying somebody just scanned your front door QR. That's it, and it will decide if I want to talk or chat or just ignore it, whatever. Okay, and I'm going to save it. So that's the first QR code. So now I have my QR code here, right? So I want to also, for development purposes, I want to change this page layout so I can see more information there. So I'm going to go edit the page here. And I'm going to close this guy. I want to go to my page layout. So if I click on here, this account layout here, okay, I want to change that. If I go to related list, because that is a related list, right? I am going to change how it views the QR here. And I am going to put the label there, and then the response type there, and the created date as well on the top when the QR was created. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna save, and now if I refresh, I'm gonna save this. We're not doing anything anyways. I'm gonna click save. Sure, activate, assign as org default, desktop and phone, and save. And if I go back here, see now the QR displaying the created date, the name, the label is front door, the response type is chat. Okay. Okay, so how is it going to look like? So I'm going to show you the mockup I have been developing. If I go IQR2 and then, hey John, for sure, please give me a minute. Be right there. All right. Don't take too long. Okay, now I can say for sure. Okay, so this will be displayed on the mobile phone, and that's like the chat interaction part. So I'm going to close my Safari now so you can see what's going on. So if the type, if the IQR type here, if the type, the response type is a button, that's a chat. If it's a button, so if somebody scans it, it will display buttons, like whatever the button is, like whatever the owner wants to display. So for example, there's only 3 types of guests that would ring my doorbell. I don't want to start a chat every time scans. So first button, I'm going to say your food is here. For example, you're ordering from Uber Eats, skip the dishes, DoorDash or whatever. The second one, your parcel is here. Maybe Amazon have something, or FedEx, UPS. Step 3, I'm at your front door. Please open the door. So it's buttons instead of chat sessions. So you don't want people chatting. You just push the button whoever identifies the scanner. All right. So that's a use scenario that we will be developing. So we have the chat, the buttons, the contact form, call forward, delivery, tracker. Okay. Next up, I want to create who will be getting the alerts. Okay. So if I go to the field and relationships again now. So next up, I want to create a junction object for the QR to have multiple contacts. So I've explained it before. For example, I'm the account holder. Jimmy is the account holder. But I want my wife and 3 kids to also be a contact on my account so that they can be alerted whenever somebody scans an important QR label. So, for example, we have a dog, and on our dog collar, we want to put the QR code. If somebody found the dog, they can scan it, but I want all of our family members to get the alert, not just me. For example, maybe I'm out of town, and my wife will get the alert as well, and my 3 kids, so they can pick up the dog if they are being alerted. So that makes sense. So to do that, each QR code will be able to have multiple contacts. So because of that, I want to create a junction object. It's called a junction object. So let's go to the object manager again. I'm going to click here, and we are going to create a new object, which is a junction object, IQR contacts, or like that, IQR contacts. Okay, so this would be a junction object. I want to make it auto number, so IQRC, like that, starting number 1. Do we want to report on this? Yeah, why not? I don't need activities. I don't need track. Maybe yes, for later reporting. And we want it to be deployed. I don't need to launch a custom wizard, and I'm going to save it. Okay, so on this junction object, we are going to link this to the contact and the IQR object as master detail. Alright, you can look up junction object on our Trailhead videos previously. We've discussed about junction object to get a better understanding on how the junction object works. So this is a good practical example, a real world application. I'm going to make new field, and I'm going to make it a master detail relationship. All right, and I'm going to hit next. It is related to the IQR object. Next. So this would be the IQR object. IQR, what's the IQR, right? And then I'm going to leave everything as is. Next. All visible. Next. And next. IQR contacts. Save and new. So the next one is the master detail relationship for the contact object. The contact object, contact there. Next. Contact, contact. Next and next and next and save. Now, what do we have here? So this is my first IQR, right? But before I want to associate with multiple contacts, I would want to create the contacts first. So my account is Jimmy Tanzil, and I want to create other contacts. See, my contacts, I want to add new. I want to create my wife, like that. Her phone number, I'm not going to display it here, but it will be alerting to her phone number. Okay, so I'm going to hit save and new, and Annabelle, save and new, Daryl, save and new, Joshua. So each of those contacts will have the phone number populated. It will be required to get the alert. And that we will set up on the website level when they're managing their contacts there. Okay. So now I'm going to have a save Joshua here. So I have 4 additional contacts on my account Jimmy Tanzil. Alright. So I want whenever somebody scans the dog collar leash or maybe my front door, this alert goes to all my contacts, not just me. Alright, I don't know who's home, so let's have it all of the family gets the alert. So to do that, where was it? This one. So I'm going to go to my IQR. So this is my account, right? So go to my IQR. I have one QR code for now. I'm going to click on it. And on the related contacts, I want to link all my family members to the particular QR code here. So first, I'm going to make new. First contact, my wife, Shawei, will be alerted when somebody scans the dog leash. Save and new. I want also Annabelle to be alerted here. Save and new. I want Daryl to be alerted here. Save and new. I also want Joshua to be alerted here. And save. So this looks ugly. I'm going to modify this page layout a bit. So click the gear icon and then edit page. And I'm going to click over here. Go to page layout on here. IQR layout. Let's add some labels on the related list there. And IQR contacts. Let's bring the name, the contact name. Okay, contact. Well, first name and last name, right? DEF, first name and last name. And last name. Let's just do that. So it's not. You can even add, yeah, that's fine for now. Okay, I'm going to hit save. Now, if I refresh my page over here, we go back, leave. Now, my related contacts for this particular QR code, boom. I have my wife, my daughter, and my 2 sons there as the contacts for this QR code. So if somebody scans my front door QR code, all of us will be alerted, and whoever wants to respond, anybody can see it. Oh, mom already responds. I don't need to respond. Oh, dad already responds here. Because if somebody types here, I'm dad or whatever, all the group will see, oh, somebody responded. Okay, I don't need to respond. Make sense? So that's it. I think we are good for now, right? So we have the, if I go back to my object manager, IQR, I'm going to summarize this a bit. We create IQR object and IQR contact junction object. So on the IQR, we created a few fields. the account who this QR belong to, the greeting text which will be displayed when somebody scans the QR code, also the name of the name is auto number, the label of it which is front door, who last modified the QR code, the response type, is it a chat, buttons, for call forwarding, or whatever we want to add in the future. And that's pretty much it for now. So please do follow along in your own developer org, create this, and we will play the next part. It's a bit fun. We are going to play around with our phones. Okay, so you might need to sign up though for Twilio, but if you are serious about building this business together and you want to really learn, I would think it's a good investment. Twilio is not much to sign up with. We'll do this whole thing in the next video, but I'm going to connect all of this with Twilio, and then we're going to build the interfaces together, connect that, create some triggers and some fun stuff, and we'll see you on the next video with all of the good stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. Hit that subscribe button and explore new trailhead grounds and learn to implement the most useful and popular apps on the Salesforce App Exchange. And do yourself a favor, like this video, and you'll be surprised on how much more you understand when watching this same video after liking it. Don't take my word. Watch this one more time after you like the video and see it for yourself. Bada bing, bada boom.